This week on The Rock, we check out Astronaut Wendy B Lawrence's presentation at her very own Broadnack Hall.
We will interview Calder Wood about KMC CrossFest, a race he took first place in.
And finally, we look at Concert Choir's preparation for their concert that took place yesterday.
All this coming up on this week's edition of
The Rock.
Three, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome back to The Rock, AHS.
I'm Levi Johnson.
And I'm Amelia Ruri. Today we have many interesting stories for you.
So let's kick this off with an informational segment learning about Wendy B Lawrence, an astronaut that visited Anacortes last Thursday.
3 engines up and ready. 3, 2, 1.
Last Thursday, people of all ages had the opportunity to come to Broadnack to meet a real-life astronaut. Retired U.S. Navy Captain Wendy B Lawrence is an engineer, pilot, and a former NASA astronaut. Her experience and time working at NASA made her a perfect speaker for people of all ages, from elementary school kids with dreams of being astronauts to adults interested to learn more about a career in space. Lawrence is a part of NASA at My Library grant, where astronauts work in support of local libraries to show the importance of space exploration, science, and mathematics, especially in our school systems.
Yeah, it's an initiative through a bunch of organizations, the Pacific Science Center, the American Library Association, a lot of librarians working with NASA to try to promote NASA programming in libraries and see how public libraries can help inspire kids, inspire everyone to keep learning about space science, because we don't always get a lot of it just in our everyday lives, and people are obviously very interested.
What's your name?
Leah. I'm 8 years old.
What school do you go to?
I live here. Well, I'm thinking about it. I might be an astronaut, a Navy dude.
A Navy dude? Has seeing Wendy kind of inspired you to go into space?
Yeah,
Are you trying to go into space someday?
maybe.
What'd you get to talk to Wendy about?
Mostly about her experience in space and how it felt and the training that was involved to get there. I think that seeing her go from wanting to become an astronaut from the beginning, you know, when she was like 10, all the way up until the point where she actually became one, definitely motivates me to, you know, follow my goals.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
Hoping to go to the Naval Academy, kind of following her footsteps.
So what's your name?
USC.
How old are you?
6.5, but not quite 7.
What school do you go to?
I live here.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
An astronaut?
Really?
Yeah.
Seeing Wendy inspired you to do that?
Yep.
You gonna go into space someday?
I think so.
She succeeded in inspiring people of all ages and showed those who are interested in a career such as this one just how important an education in science and mathematics truly is.
It's pretty awesome that someone who has accomplished as much as her would come and spend time at our community.
Speaking of people who've accomplished a lot, Calder Wood recently achieved something extraordinary. Calder Wood, a senior at Anacortes High School, recently flew to Thompson, Connecticut, competing at the highest level at the KMC CrossFest Junior Men Division in the U.S. Wood took first on the podium and surprised himself in the process. This is the first big win for Wood's cycling career.
It was my highest placing. I was significantly higher than anywhere I was last season. I think my highest place last season was a 3rd place, and I was in the bottom of my age group then, but I was very happy to win. I wasn't near the front of the race for the first 39 out of the 40 minutes. I was just like dangling off the bat trying to catch the front group, and I came around for the last minute and a half and then let out like 200-meter sprint, and I was just looking under my arm. I could see the shadow of my teammate's wheel. I was just hoping he didn't get me, so I was really happy when I crossed the line. I did one down in Seattle the weekend before just to prepare.
Wood knows that there is an intense level of commitment to race at such an elite position. He took us through his training workouts and told us what it takes to be among the best.
Get up, go to school, ride, and then try to fit in my homework in the evening. I usually have maybe like 2 to 3 interval workouts. It really depends. Early in the season I'll be doing a lot of like base miles, so long hours, maybe like 14 hours a week. And then as the season progresses, it gets shorter and more intense workouts. So I'd say I average like 10 to 14 hours a week. I try to limit myself to about 20 races every cross season, so that it's not too much. So I'm also racing about 20 for the mountain bike season. I get to travel, I get to meet a lot of people, and I think it's worth it. I'm gonna go to college to do mechanical or materials engineering, and then hopefully race full-time while I'm doing that. I know a couple people have managed to pull that off, but we'll see how it works out. I was not expecting anything, I was just hoping for a decent result.
Calder is one of many talented students at AHS.
One talented group of students are the people in concert choir. They've worked hard leading up to the most recent concert yesterday and put on a great show.
Singing in an ensemble is kind of I'm terrible.
Yesterday, the AHS choirs performed their first concert of the year. Their director, Carol Leander, has worked tirelessly to bring her students to a state of excellence.
Yeah, typically I try to find pieces for the fall concert that are going to get students singing comfortably and with good tone and with harmonies, and so that we can work on and review reading rhythms in a variety of styles and time periods and genres.
The Audition Concert Choir have put forth a major effort to get to the point they're at now. One of the first things they do yearly as a bonding exercise is to spend a weekend at Camp Casey on Whidbey Island.
Camp Casey is always my favorite part of the year. Like, everything about the year, I don't know, my favorite is at the very beginning.
Camp Casey, I think, is where we went from a group of singers to a choir, really.
It's just like a really fun time to like bond with the choir and like make new friends and stuff.
This year, instead of just going to Camp Casey for one night, we decided to leave Friday after school, and we brought 10 songs with us to work on over that time, along with some kind of team building activities and games and a bonfire and a volleyball game, and but just a lot of rehearsal time. And it really just got us off to an amazing start and had us putting music together well, quickly. And I think they felt good about it and feel more unified as an ensemble.
After that, the choir has a month to practice and perfect their pieces before the performance date. On concert day, the choirs have a final rehearsal in Broadniak Hall.
So right now it's concert night at Anacortes High School, and one of the groups is performing tonight. Let's go check it out.
Tonight is our first official choir concert of the year.
After the concert, the choirs have a few days of rest before repeating the cycle for the winter concert. For The Rock at Anacortes High School, I'm John Harrison.
Well, that's it for this week. If you couldn't catch the entire broadcast, be sure to check us out on youtube.com/AHSLive for a full recording of today's show.
Also, make sure to contact us at therock@asd103.org if you have any suggestions for future shows. We're always happy to hear your input.
Next week, we'll be back with another fantastic show for you, but until then,
from our rock to yours, have a great day at AHS.